If revenge is a dish that is best served cold, then Caitlin Clark is fixing to be an ice queen, dishing out Dippin' Dots all summer long to get us through until football starts. We have a story today. Very rarely in sports do you have an opportunity like Caitlin Clark has, and I can't wait to break it down in this video and so much more. If you're new to the channel, my name is Ben. This is the Daily Huddle. Nate, Aaron, and I, our job is to keep you informed, entertained about the biggest news in sports. If you're into that kind of stuff, it really does help us out a ton if you would smash that like and subscribe button. So let's dive in. So we know the biggest news really of this lead up to the Olympics was all the hype around Team USA basketball. They have been good for so long. Like in my lifetime, I can't remember a time that the Team USA women's team didn't win gold. And yet, when all these other teams are going young and Alex Morgan doesn't make the U.S. women's soccer team and they're going young, all of a sudden Caitlin Clark, who has revolutionized eyes on women's basketball. I watched more women's basketball in the NCAA tournament this year than I watched men's basketball for the first time ever because of Caitlin Clark and just the excitement she brings to it. She is Steph Curry for the WNBA. She's changed the game and made people excited about it. And yet she was snubbed from the Olympic team. And you thought, oh, we'll never know. Does Caitlin Clark actually have what it takes? Were they right? Were they wrong? Well, we are going to actually get to watch Caitlin Clark play against the Team USA women's team. And if you wrote this up in a made-for-TV movie, you'd be like, there's no way that could happen. There's no way that a player gets snubbed from a team and then gets to play the team they get snubbed from. And that's just how this worked out, and it is perfect, and I can't wait. So let's dive in here. So basically what happens is the All-Star break for the Women's League is at the end of July here, at July 18th, 19th, and 20th. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait to watch the three-point contest, all that kind of stuff. And so there's a way of selecting all-stars for the WNBA All Star team, and it's about 50-50 split between the fan vote and the media press credential vote. And Caitlin Clark just almost broke the WNBA voting system as she got 600% more votes than the highest vote getter last year. So let's look at this. This is just absolutely insane. So last year, there wasn't a single WNBA player who had more than 100,000 fans go on and vote for her. And this year, Caitlin Clark had 700,000. So she's pushing 1 million, 600,000, over 500,000 more votes than the highest vote getter last year. And the really cool thing is that age-old saying that a high tide raises all boats. All this hate from WNBA players to Caitlin Clark, they need to embrace this because it's not like she's just getting flowers and all the limelight on herself. She is crazy humble. We're going to look at her reaction to being selected in a second. And you just see she constantly, as the shine comes on her, holds up a mirror and is trying to shine on everybody else. And there's nothing more awesome than that to me as a sports fan. That's what the trademark of a great teammate is. They want the spotlight going to others. And she's definitely doing that. But looking that it's not like Caitlin Clark got 700,000 votes and then the rest of the women's team or the rest of the women vote getters got their typical under 100,000 votes. Instead, every person had more votes just because more people are going to the site. And that is what I hope is the legacy of Caitlin Clark, is that all these eyes are coming to her and then they're like, hey, this is a pretty cool game. I feel like in men's basketball, a lot of it's just become about athleticism that the typical person will never be able to achieve. I will never be able to dunk, but I can move the ball around like the women's game can. And truly, that's why it became a better product on the court to watch. It was something we can all relate to. Although Caitlin Clark could school most high school, men's basketball players. She's shown a light and shown some cool stuff and raised the rest of her teammates. Now, the coolest part about this isn't just that she broke the WNBA system for voting and got a 600% increase. The coolest part is that it's not an East versus West or a Team LeBron versus Team Giannis All-Star game like the WNBA. They actually have the WNBA All-Stars play the U.S. Olympic national team before they go over to Paris to play in the game. So this team that snubbed Caitlin Clark, she is going to play, and I think I would not be surprised whatsoever if there are more eyes on this game than there are any single Olympic basketball game, which is crazy. I think it's the drama, the story behind all of that. I think it's the fact that she was snubbed and she's now playing them. I also think the time frame of this works better. There'll be no tape delay. It'll be right in prime time. And how cool that we're going to get to see Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese actually be teammates. And so that is one of the big things. Angel Reese was number 5 with All-Star votes here. I think it's right here. If I take it out of reader mode, you're going to search this article right here. So we see Caitlin Clark, 700,000, and then we had Angel Reese here, 300,000. So even Angel Reese is garnering 4 times more than the highest vote getter last year, which is pretty insane right there. But the cool part will be both of these girls who were snubbed from the team and shouldn't have been are going to get to play against the team that they were snubbed from, and it's just cool to see. Here's what I was talking about. Her reaction to it right here just says, like, speaks volume about her as a leader and who she wants to be for this game.
I know people are going to be really excited about it, but I hope it doesn't take away from everybody else. Like, this is a huge accomplishment for everybody on Team USA and everybody on Team WNBA. Like, they all deserve the same praise. Like, I don't want it to take away from any of that and just be the focal point of All-Star Weekend, because that's not fair to them. And obviously this is something that's really hard to accomplish. So the best we can celebrate all of them will be great. And just going to obviously soak in the experience, because you never know if you're ever going to be able to get back there. And it'll be fun for all of us.
Oh, you'll be back there again, Caitlin Clark. I'm confident of it. And you will be in the next Olympics for sure. And just seeing how this all works out, we'll look at Angel Reese's reaction video. That was really cool to watch as well. But here it is. We will have the WNBA All Stars against Team USA. We'll be covering it all here on Daily Huddle, so do not miss out on that. But July 20th, perfect timing right before the Olympics kick off. We're going to get a chance to see truly is the reason that the coaches said, like, there's so much chemistry with Team USA and there's all these vets who've been there before. Like, are they really going to handle the WNBA All Stars? And if they don't beat the WNBA All Stars by like 30 or 40 points, then truly, like, that the gap in competition is way less than they made you believe it was. And I think the coolest thing ever would be Caitlin Clark dropping 40 points, 10 assists, and beating Team USA just as the ultimate, like, hey, I should have been there. And just imagine the eyes that would have been on the entire Team USA run in the Olympics had Caitlin Clark made Team USA team. But really, you can't make this up. This is one of those really unique times in sports. Like, we never got to watch Michael Jordan go back and play the team that cut him. You never got to watch Jordan play against LeBron. Like, this is a really cool opportunity to see Caitlin Clark play against the team that said she wasn't good enough to play, and I think we are about to see her shock the world in that. And then just seeing here Angel Reese, another snub in my opinion. I think she definitely, as you're going to the Olympics and playing in Paris, like, she would have easily been a starter on this team in my opinion. Like, I think watching her play all through college against those games when she was with LSU, she is an incredible player as well, and just seeing her reaction and the excitement here. So the Chicago team had just broken down and gave out their game balls for the game they had just won, and then the coach was like, hey, I got one more announcement.
Last thing that we got to announce really fast, we got an all-star in the building.
All right, just seeing Angel Reese start crying and breaking down, not knowing what to say. A pretty cool opportunity for a rookie there, and just seeing that almost 500,000 people wanted her as well. And I think that Team USA really missed out on a great opportunity to make a lot more women's basketball fans, men and women. Like, I think there would have been a ton more eyes. But either way, I'm glad we get to see Caitlin Clark. Shut up all the doubters right there. Thanks for huddling up with us, and y'all have a great day.